It's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Welcome. Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host in the studio audience. Fantastic. What are you doing? How long do you have? Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Come on. Thank you. So, I love you more. Thanks for showing up. So, congratulations to Kate Middleton. She gave birth to a son this morning. Good for her. It's her third child. In a perfect world, this is the way you get it done, girls. You have all your kids so they're similar in age. You're still young enough to get your sexy back, and you move along with your life. Hopefully she won't want a fourth. She's got nothing to prove. You know, she's got the future prince, she's got adorable Charlotte, and now the new baby. The new baby, by the way, they say is the 5th in line for the throne. We don't need him. We've got the first one. But good for her. Yeah. It's only a moment before the big wedding, you know, Meghan and Harry. So imagine if she didn't give birth now, but she gave birth at that time. I wonder, just to ensure no conflict, was the baby induced? There are a lot of women that do that for various reasons in their own personal life. You know, like women who don't want to push, so they ask for a C-section. Oh, come on, you know that. Clap if you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was so scared of pushing a watermelon through a pinhole. I did. I asked my grandfather. Hi, Papa. I asked my GYN. I said, you know, I've been through so much and now I'm scared I gotta push this. No, I can't do this anymore. Can I get a C-section? He said, that's not what you wanna do. You don't want to elect a C-section. I said, why not? I'm gonna get a tummy tuck afterwards so the scar will already be there. Can the plastic surgeon just pop out of the closet and close me up and make me, like, what is this? But this is according to my doctor. Maybe your doctor is different. But my doctor said, no, you can't elect a C-section. The baby's laying perfect. You will push like all the other women do. Oh, Beyonce was at Coachella over the weekend. Well, this was her second time doing it. The first time, you know, she just dropped the mic and go. This time, the same thing. She did a great performance. However, people are never satisfied. Like, so what? She's wearing virtually the same outfits and stuff. I mean, she had a few costume changes. The girls showed up, but what are they doing? So, you know. I didn't say anything wrong. I'm saying if you're one of Beyonce's girls and Beyonce calls, don't you answer the phone and show up? Okay. Also, Jay-Z was there, but of course, and performed with him. I thought that the performance, I didn't even watch it actually. She already did it once, you know, great. Beyonce and Solange, though, fell on stage. There, look, but you know what? The best thing is, it's like, look, it's so funny. It's so funny. So funny. That kicking at the end reminds me of like a pillow fight. You know, you have your sister over and you're trying on clothes and stuff and you pillow. Anyway, good for her. Beyonce also had to adjust her own fan. Now, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Look at this. You see, oh, don't run now. Don't run now. You are in a union and you are paid to do one damn thing. Adjust my fan. You see I'm hot up here working it out? She kept a smile on her face though, and she adjusted her own fan. I have to say, look, this one's standing here like, huh? The other one was probably over on the side, excuse me, flirting with girls or on his phone. And there's a union for that. Beyonce's not even supposed to be touching the fan. You know, it's a whole protocol when you're talent versus anything else. Like I would love to turn on my own diva fan or move my chair and stuff, but there's a union for that, and so they do it all. You know, my people. But there's yeah. If I got up and dragged my chair, no, they would run out here and take it from me. Wendy, where do you want the chair to be put? And then you, because you're here, and you'd be, she's a diva. No, there's a union for that. Ugh, you'll see. Co-host. Because I always say there's two shows going on. There's what you see on TV, but watch how it goes down behind the scenes. So far, you are having a good time, right? Yeah! All right, fabulous. Okay. Anyway, so Katie Holmes was at Coachella. Always nice to see her out having a nice time. And it was Sari's 12th birthday this weekend. Can you believe how time has flown? I'm sure she and her mother had a terrific time celebrating her birthday. So, and my husband hates when I do this, but I do it. I get it from my mother. You know, you take stuff, when it's good, I always tell you this, you have your Ziploc bag. If you like something in a restaurant, you're not so highfalutin, you can't take it home. They make great midnight snacks and everything. I was working on a project in Brooklyn on Friday, and they had all the jerk stuff. They asked me, you know, what I wanted to eat. I said, all right, anything jerk. Does everyone like jerk? Okay, jerk. All the jerk stuff. I pulled back the foil. There are these I hate a whole lobster, actually. It's all that digging and finding your food. Just get to the meat in the back. Anyway, the lobster with all the seasoning on top and the jerk sauce and everything. My mouth is tuned up. There were 5 lobsters there, and this is my portion, so I could have taken all 5. But anyway, I shared 3 of them. I ate 1 there, and I took 1 home along with the sauce. And a few other things that I saw on the table. I didn't get around to eating them until last night because I was saving, that was gonna be my snack while I watched the Atlanta reunion. Don't you plan your food around your vacation? Right? Yes. I know there are many people right now watching. You have your morning coffee with the Wendy show, and I appreciate that. How you doing? Coffee's not the same if we're not on. I've been told that. I'm not bragging. I've been told that. So anyway, last night, first of all, did you watch the reunion, which is the final one? Okay. So I'm all tuned up, ready to go. The lobster's there. I got my ginger juice. I'm just, you know, everything's set for the night. My parents had stopped over earlier. Then they left nicely. They went back to Miami. The ladies all went after Kim. It was all about Kim, 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 the whole hour. And excuse me? You know, I had it on, but all the bashing was turning me off. Do we have a clip for that, Norman?
We have a clip.
All right, show the clip, and then I'm gonna tell you why it was turned off.
Okay.
Okay.
You have lied about a married man for years.
Oh my God.
You lied
Just
about
sit
what
up
the
here and try to ruin my
information was
credibility.
about
It's
your
cool.
child.
It's
You pimped your daughter out. You went online and told the whole world that basically your daughter is a hoe.
And you over there making judgments at me. Yeah, you a fan.
Really?
That's what you are. You sitting on the sideline
Really?
watching us. Now you want to come back and comfort me?
Girl, ain't nobody thinking about you. I've been over here longer than you at this point, so please stop. I always want to flap her lips about somebody, and then when somebody says something about her, she got a problem.
No, there ain't nothing over here big, bitch. Them big ass floaters what you got sitting up on your chest. That's what.
Thank God I didn't go to your doctor.
Okay? Whoever you went to, they pulled you just a little too tight.
Don't be mad at me because your husband is an idiot who turned a hoe into a housewife.
Kenya.
I mean, what I had a problem with, I didn't have a problem with anything that they said. You know she was messing around with a married man and bragged on national TV about that, Mr. Big. You know that she's gotten her daughter all plumped up like that, and she said, who do I have to, for John Legend, who's my daughter have to, for John Legend tickets and whatnot. You know what Kim is. We don't have to dig, she's put it out there. No, I don't think she's a racist, but what I do think is that Kim, and then Croy, that last dig was the best one, a hoe into a housewife. Well, at this point, all right, here's the deal. All right, let me show you this and then I'll continue. All right, so after the reunion, Kim went back to the bathroom and apparently broke down over the women, bashing her. Of course, Andy was there to get everything on tape. And just take a look at Croy standing there too. Go ahead.
Like, put yourself in my shoes. If 5 African-American women just hammered.
Like, I couldn't even speak. Like, my mind's a whirlwind.
This whole racism thing in this day and age is like, every one of those on that couch, oh, this world apology for this racism. They already tried to claim that long ago, Sheree, as you know. Nobody really bought into it because the social media wasn't there and racism wasn't all that real.
White woman out of touch. White woman out of touch. Attention. Collect her belongings. She's on line 3. She's very out of touch. And then somebody in my morning meeting mentioned Sweetie. Remember Sweetie, the subservient assistant? Well, apparently Sweetie might have something to say regarding Kim being a racist, but you wanna know what? Sweetie have several seats, because what you did was you kept your job and stayed on there, the cameras are rolling, and you are dragging her garbage around and doing other things that maybe other people wouldn't do. So don't call Kim a racist now that you don't have the job. She was your employer and you took it. You know? I'm just saying. I'm all whipped up over the weekend. Mondays are my good day, and I exercise later on today. Oh. Yup. I bought some of the jerk sauce in. Right before I go work out, I'm going to have my tuna fish. I like to heat it up, and then I'm gonna put the jerk sauce over it. I don't know what that's gonna taste like, but I bet you it's gonna be hella good. Listen, and what is Croy's role? You know, Croy used to be the cute husband and supportive father, and I teared when you teared that he legally adopted the girls. But now, Croy, and okay, I was looking side-eyed because he was sewing wigs, he knows how to do the makeup and everything like that. Not in a gay way, just in a, you're a little too helpful way. You know, there's a, anyway. But now that he's unemployed, I guess he needs the check too. She'll work again before he does. You were supposed to take your wife out of there. You weren't supposed to stand there like a stunad and watch her, you know? And Sheree was there because Sheree said that Sheree and Kim are still like friendly, and Kim was like, why didn't you stick up for me more? I'm not jumping into your fire pan. You did this to yourself, Kim. On another note, Sheree also said that she wouldn't stay with Tyrone, you know, the jailbird boyfriend. Fiance, not ooh, that's a fiance. Why does it always sound the worst when it comes from my mouth? So Chateau Sheree is all fixed up. I still wonder how she paid for all of that, because I wonder if Tyrone, you know, sometimes when criminals go to jail, they leave sacks of money buried in the backyard and stuff. You know, they take care of stuff. Don't act like this is new. I'm not saying that this is what he did, but you know, he was up for some sort of wire fraud, you know. And then he was denied escape, or whatever you call it. He was, he's doing wire fraud. They are now engaged. They are sharing their love through jail mail and FaceTime and stuff. According to Sheree, they've never done the nasty. And though she's fine with that, one of the things that she says is, you know, many of us don't have a chance to have a lot of conversation with people to really fall in love with their personality. Which there's something to be said for that when you're 22. No, I'm playing. I'm playing about that part. You know, take your time. Unfortunately, time is what he's doing. So this is not. So they denied him. He wanted to get out in 2 years. Well, now he's not going to get out in 2 years. He's only been there since March. He's facing up to 4 years. Now here goes Sheree all of a sudden saying, because she was saying, you know, when he gets out, they're going to live together as husband and wife. You know, he's talking to her on the cell phone. You saw it. He's designing the basement with all kinds of lifting equipment. One piece of equipment, she said, that's like $15,000. I'm looking at the TV like, yup, Tyrone, that's $15,000. Yo, baby, but if you go under the red rock. So anyway, it looks like he's not gonna be getting out until November 2022. Sheree is a beautiful woman. She's wasting juicy years on a jailbird that she never really knew to begin with, you know? They don't have kids together, whatever with that. But the good thing is that she came to her senses. I wonder if that was peer pressure or whether she really means it, though. Because even her daughter looked at her like, Mom, really? He's in prison? Okay. She said that she will not stay with him if he's in prison for past 2 years. Why would you stay even now? You're not holding him down. You didn't know him like that before. You don't have kids together. Sheree, you need to leave him right after Hot Topics is over. Honestly. You want to see a whole bunch of sexiness? There is no denying. However, you can hate if you want. Show evidence, please. Cynthia and Nick Cannon. Turban and everything. Cynthia, you were all kinds of, turban and everything, only you'd probably have to close your eyes real hard and not put him up here to remind you that he's wearing a turban with a brooch. This apparently was a photo shoot to promote his new music. He's got new music coming out. People online are assuming that they're dating. He does enjoy the company of an older woman. She is very single and vulnerable, but I don't think that they're dating. However, there's nothing wrong with a quick date, like a tap it and run. Cynthia, why not? You're not breaking up a happy home. Peter's no longer around. Yes, Cynthia. Like, when Nick does all kinds of stuff like that, you forget how absolutely goofy he is. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so confused with him. Oh, I love you, Nick. Carrie Underwood is going under fire. People are really speaking out about her falling, and everybody wanted to see, like, a new face and cuts and everything. Well, there's this radio show. It's hosted by somebody named Bobby Bone. And she's on the radio, and she's explaining what happened when she fell on the, on the concrete outside of her home. She's still talking about this. It's so over. Anyway, she said that she took her dogs out to, you know what? This show is prompter assist. You know what that means? That means that they put stuff in a prompter to remind me of stuff because, I go batty and I'm busy in my mind. Prompter assist, 100% Wendy personality. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what it says right here. Now see, I wasn't raised this way. I still can't get into the groove. I didn't raise our son this way, and it irks me when he says it, and I try to remind him, please don't say it, but if he says it, he says it. I'm all kinds of disgusting, I know. I burp, I belch, I wipe my teeth, but I don't use the word pee. Like, I gotta pee. So, my lovely staff has in here, takes dog out at night to pee. Well, I don't say pee, I say urinate. I might not be civilized, but I know how to be. I don't. I don't say tinkle. I don't say tinkle. I do say number one or number two based on, my situation, but I don't say pee. All right, so she says she took the dogs out to urinate and she had the leash and the dog started running and she didn't want to let go of the leash, so she kind of got dragged, you know, with the dogs. I get it. She also explained that she had to tell her fans that she might look a little bit differently, you know, the blood and everything. She didn't know what she was going to look like. Go ahead.
I was at a point where I didn't know how things were going to end up. I didn't know what was going to go on. I didn't know what it was going to heal like. It was important to me as I started resuming my life again and going to the grocery store and taking my kid to school and stuff like that. I was like, okay, somebody's going to creep on me at the grocery store. And, you know, people are going to be like, what happened when they posted on Instagram?
I like her, but she's talking way too much about this. There is a scar, though, that we noticed when we really zoomed in. From the top lip, it goes underneath her nose. I know, see, she said, that's it? Listen, I don't even know whether I would have noticed that. It looks like a shadow or something. But when you, Carrie Underwood, here's your hug for the day. Now get back to doing what you do, sing. Oh, and I want to shout out to the people at that show that comes on after the Housewives. What was that?
Southern Charm, New Orleans.
I said, I don't know those people. Remember last week I was saying, I don't know those people. I'm not watching those people. They make me wait because then an hour later comes a show that I do like, you know, the Maryland girls and those Housewives, where everybody looks the same. Except for the brown-skinned girl, and she's the one with the most money. Oh yes, oh yes. Anyway, so I'm like, ugh, the Housewives was a disappointment. I didn't feel like getting up. I wasn't even like, I'm gonna give these girls a chance. I just started fumbling through paperwork. Next thing you know, I'm hearing entertaining things that I might like on TV. And I was like, now wait a minute. Come here, Lobster, I got a little bit more with you. I like that show. Very interesting. Have you ever watched the New Orleans Housewives? Or whatever? They're good, why didn't you tell me? There's only like 5 of us in the room that care. And then, nobody in Hot Topics seems to have a thing for the Potomac, Maryland Housewives. I'm Potomac. Where did I get Potomac? Why do I say that? Maybe from back in the day, Tri-State, you remember Potemkin Cadillac? So we grew up saying Potomac. Anyway, I like these Potomac girls. So, yeah, yes. Mm-hmm. All right, so you know the Shania Twain. You're still the one. You've got to be an absolute animal at heart if you don't cry every time that song comes on. You know what song I'm talking about, don't you? Suzanne?
Yes, I know it.
Don't you cry?
No. She's a little corny to me. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Get out. Get out. Are you serious?
Yes. I was never a fan.
Well, I don't know her music, but I know Still the One. That was like the only one that was a crossover hit that you, otherwise she's a country artist at heart. Then I'll tell you the story and convince you. First of all, she started out beautiful with a great natural body, or as natural as you can see. And she was married to Mutt Lange. Mutt, you know, was her business partner as well as her husband, partners in life. A beautiful love story. Next thing you know, Mutt goes creeping with her best friend. Yup. And Mutt ends up marrying her best friend. And what do you think Shania does? Seeks the solace of the best friends. See, come on now. They already stereotype us, Blackie. Don't do that. You're too beautiful for that. Look, in the front row with the yellow. I said, what do you think Shania does? And here she goes. She goes boom, boom, clapping. Clapping. We don't fight, dear. Oh. What she did do was seek solace in the arms of the best friend's husband. So Mutt's got the best friend. Shania ended up marrying the husband. I don't know whether they're together now, but they're still together. He's the one. All right, so look. Then she stays beautiful. She's from Canada and stuff. She's got this resurgence in her career right now, allegedly. You know, she's trying to get something going. She still looks at beautiful sex appeal and everything. Then she gets on TV or wherever she was doing this, and she revealed she's getting a lot of backlash because she revealed that if she could vote in the US, I said she's Canadian, she would have voted for Donald Trump. She then apologized. She apologized saying that the question caught her off guard and she regrets answering it. I don't care who you vote for, but I don't buy that it caught her off guard, and I don't buy her apologies. I think that stars need to stay away from politics so you can keep the coins going at your concerts. And I do think that comment that she made will somehow rub people the wrong way and ticket sales might suffer. You're in our country right now trying to sell tickets and you're talking, just sing. So they're telling me we've got more great show, but I've got to shout out to Roberta Flack. When I found out about 81-year-old Roberta Flack not feeling well, she was being honored at the Apollo Theater over the weekend, and she felt sick, but she was able to make it off stage, and they took her to the hospital. No word on her condition. At 81, she might still be in the hospital. The thing about Roberta Flack is that Roberta Flack, Miss Flack, you know, you never gave me the flack juice. We have a relationship, me and Roberta Flack. She's fabulous and wonderful. I've been to her apartment and everything. I won't tell you where she lives, but one day she's walking her dog outside, and I'm on my way to my podiatrist, and I'm minding my own business. And Miss Flack yells out at me. She likes my radio show. So then she says, well, what time is your appointment? Do you want to come up for lunch? What? And then we ended up connecting in the whole bit. So, Miss Flack, get well soon. All right, we got more great show for you today, everybody. Up next, we've got the inside scoop on the shocking new details about Prince's death. So grab a snack with jerk sauce and come on.